Welcome to today's session. This is Ms. Ruchika welcoming you to Grade 10 Elite Math Term 3 Part 9 session. This session is specially for my students, my subscribers who are asking me for some doubts and their questions. So rest assured, all your doubts and queries, your questions will be answered in this session. So this video is specially made for my student Amira, also for uh, my subscriber Salim, who had asked for some of the questions which we are going to be covering today. So this is from chapter 7, matrices and determinants, that we are going to be doing this session. So stay tuned to the session so that you have all your queries and questions answered. Watch the video till the end as it has some important questions from the end of term coverage that we are covering today. So let's dive into the video now, and a humble reminder, a kind request before we continue further is to like, share and subscribe to the channel, to also hit the bell icon so that you receive notification of all my upcoming videos. So let's start with today's session and see what we are learning today. So in today's session from page number 33 of your book, we are going to be discussing some questions from here, and we'll begin with question 31 and 32, followed by question number 33. And before we go on any further, I would like to just inform you that because these are doubts and questions from my dear students and subscribers, I'm going to be answering the questions. But then otherwise in your ministry exam, similar questions are difficult to be asked. It's quite unlikely that they will ask you, because as you know, in your exam you only have multiple choice questions coming up. So still, let's answer your doubts and queries, and let's start with question 31. Before I explain these two questions to you, you should know what is matrix addition, and you should also know what is commutative and associative property for 2 cross 2 matrices. So when I say 2 cross 2 matrices, I mean a matrix having 2 rows and 2 columns, very easy for you to understand, and having 4 elements, which is 2 multiplied by 2. Now for any of those matrices, we have to show that matrix addition is commutative. So what is commutative property? Let's recall. So commutative property, actually, because we are looking for 2 cross 2 matrix, so we are going to do it for 2 matrix. So matrix addition means A plus B is equal to B plus A. So if you change the order, still the result is same when it comes to matrix addition. That is commutative property. So this property we need to prove. This property we need to check. And we need to check it for what? We need to check it for 2 cross 2 matrices. This is the first property. Second property is associative. So when I say the word associative, the thing that should come to your mind is brackets. The thing that you should come to your mind is that we are having more than 2 matrices. So A plus B plus C. Now if I change the order, that is if I add A plus B first and then to its result C, or if I add B plus C first and then to its result A. That means again order of changing the brackets, then the result is still same. This is another property we need to check. So now that you know these two properties, what is commutative, what is associative property, let's check it. So we are going to do this generally for any matrix 2 cross 2. So I'm going to take my ABC in this order. So for example, A, B, C, D, this is a 2 cross 2 matrix. Then for this one, I'm taking X, Y, W, Z maybe. And for this, P, Q, R, S. Now, if you think about these numbers, what are they? Then these are just numbers. So A can be 1, 2, 3, 4, X, Y, Z, and so on. But because we have to prove, we are taking general elements. So one of the ways in which this matrix could look like, just as an example to you, is 1, 2, 3, 4. So what is this? This is 2 cross 2 matrix having element 1, 2, 3 and 4 at A11, A12, A21 and A22 positions. So let's check property number 1, which is commutative first. So a plus b, that's the left hand side, this side. So what is it? Add a to x, a plus x, add c to w, c plus w, add b to y, b plus y, and add d to z, d plus z. This is a plus b. Now let's find b plus a also. So means now a is given, you are adding b. So what is this? X plus a, w plus c, y plus b, and z plus d. But are these different? Are these different in order? These are just numbers. So even if you do 1 plus 3 or 3 plus 1, it is not going to change the answer. So a plus b is equal to b plus a, provided these numbers are also the same. So we have proved that a plus b is equal to b plus a, means matrix addition is commutative for 2 cross 2 matrices. So that's the proof of 31. In a similar way, you could do the proof of 32. The only thing that will increase is one more matrix. You will first add a plus b like this, and then to this you will add the another matrix. Again, it will be true. So these two properties are checked. They both are true, and hence matrix addition is commutative as well as associative. Now, as you see, the proof is pretty long. So that's why I was telling you in the beginning of the last slide that these kind of questions you're not going to expect. That's why when I made the videos, I skipped a few questions because I knew somewhere that these kind of things will not be coming. They can just maybe give it to you in the form of a multiple choice question. So if you really want to know the concept, I've explained it here for you. Next is a challenge question, and challenges are always good to do. So let's do this challenge question, and we are going to be doing this challenge question one by one, doing each of the steps. So let's do it. Here in this, you need to find the elements of C such that A, B, and this matrix is given. So let's find 3 times of A minus 4 times of B plus 6 times of C. Now C is not given. Definitely C will be a 2 cross 2 matrix. So you can just write it as 13, 10, 22, and 4. The result as of now. Let's substitute values. 3 times A matrix. This is A minus 4 times B matrix. This is B plus 6 times C matrix. Now C I don't know, so let me take X, Y, Z and W as the elements of this 2 cross 2 matrix, and all of this is equal to already given to you as this matrix. So now in order to find this matrix, you just need to do the calculation correctly. So what is the calculation at this position? 3 with minus 3 minus 9, minus 4 with this minus 20. Then 3 with 18, 8 threes are 24, minus 4 with 2, 8. Then 3 with this, minus 12 plus 4, 3 with this, 6 threes are 18 plus 16. So this is what you get. You may simplify it further and then you are left with 6x. Now scalar multiplication works like distributive. So all elements inside will be multiplied with 6 and the right side is still the same. We'll do simplification a little bit more here, and the matrix finally that will come out to be here is minus 29, 16, minus 8, 34, and now we need this matrix. So can I say this matrix is this minus this? So our result, we actually need matrix C. So if we can just now write 6C is equal to this minus this. Okay. Now I have less space here, so I'm going to just erase a few things before I write the next step. So 6C is equal to 13. Now I'm taking this matrix, okay? 22, 10, and 4. So this minus of this. So what is the result? Let's write 13 plus 29, then minus 16, 22 plus 8, and 4 minus 34. So again, we'll simplify it a little bit more. So this gives us 13 plus 29, which is 42. This gives us 30. This gives us minus 30 and gives minus 6. Now all of these entries will be divided by 6 so that we get the matrix. So you may now just, because I have less space, I'm going to divide it here only. So divide by 6, divide by 6, divide by 6. So your C matrix would finally come out to be 7 minus 1, 5 and minus 5. So that's your answer. So that was a good question, challenge question. If you get such question in ministry exam, just be careful of your calculations, follow the steps correctly and you'll get the correct answer. So let's solve one more question. Here you need to just explain your answer. You need not solve it. So the answer would be in steps and sentences. So step 1. So you need to write in math. So this is like a subjective question. Again, it is not going to come in your exam, but since again some of you students have asked me this question, I'm going to explain it to you. So 4D minus 3C. So two matrices are given to you, C and D, with the same dimension. So for example, they are 2 cross 2 matrices. Then you need to find this step. So what is step 1? Step 1 would be you find 4D. What is 4D? Means you will multiply scalar 4 with matrix D. So that's what you write in math. Then step 2, you need 3C. 3C is what? That's what you want. So you multiply scalar 3 means number 3 with matrix, which matrix? C. And after you do and you get these two steps, step 1 and 2, you get 4D, you get 3C. What do you do? What's the sign in between? Subtract. So subtract, what do you subtract? 3C from 4D. So 3C from 4D. So in step 3, you use step 1 and step 2 to get your final answer. So this is writing in math, where you just have to write what you are going to do, but you don't have to actually solve it. So that's a subjective question. Again, next questions are 46 to 50, which are taken from math book page 41. Again, these are some doubt questions of some students. Again, I'm telling you the same thing. These are subjective questions, so may or may not be asked in your exam, but since you're asking, I will explain few of them. So we'll do 46 and 47, 49. In a similar way, you do the remaining ones. So if the product matrix AB has dimensions 5 cross 8, so AB, the product matrix has 5 cross 8 dimension and the matrix A has dimension 5 cross 6. You need to find the dimensions of matrix B. So for example, it is M cross N, you don't know. Then by the logic of multiplication of matrices. What is the logic? That two matrix can be multiplied if the number of columns of this first matrix is equal to number of rows of second matrix. That means M is going to be 6. And the result here is 5 cross N. And here it is 5 cross 8. That means your N is 8. So just compare. And what did we use here? We use the concept, if two matrices are there, then the first matrix column is equal to the rows of the second matrix, and if this is M1 and M2, then the product matrix AB has the number of rows and number of columns. So M1 cross M2. This is what we have used here to find matrix B. So matrix B has dimensions 6 cross 8. That's the answer. Now, scalar distributive property. Scalar means K, any scalar, and distributive property, we are looking for property of matrices which is true for true cross 2. Distributive means you are distributing. So you are distributing over two matrices. So Ka plus Kb, this is the first property. Then matrix distributive property. When I say matrix distributive property means one matrix is distributed over another. So A may be distributed over B plus C. So again you have the multiplication, so a plus b plus a plus c. Now associative, again if you remember, when I say associative, the word that should come into your mind is brackets. So when I say associative property, again there are three matrices. So multiplication now, so a multiplied with b multiplied with c is same as a multiplied with b with c. So now we need to just change the brackets. So brackets would be here B and C are multiplied first and then A. Here A and B are multiplied first, then C. Next is associative property of scalar multiplication. So scalar means K times AB, and this is same as K times A times B, and this is same as A times KB. That's the property. So I've explained you the property. You may try it for 2 cross 2 matrices. Now we'll try question 49. It's a challenge question, good question. Let's go to next slide to solve it. Okay, so let's solve this question. Now this is on matrix multiplication. So I hope you recall matrix multiplication 2 cross 2, 2 cross 2, 2 cross 2. So order is fine. Now when we are doing matrix multiplication, we start with the first row of the matrix and first column. Then in a similar way, the first row, second column. Then you have second row, first column, and then you have second row and second column. So that's how the multiplication is happening. So let's do A with this is 4A, B with 2 is plus 2B. So 2 cross 2 will also give you result as 2 cross 2. Okay, A with 3 is 3A plus 5B, 4C plus 2D, and similarly 3C plus 5D. All of this is equal to 10, 20, 11 and 29. Now we need to make the parts equal. So this part is going to be equal to this part. So 4a plus 2b is 10. This part is going to be equal to this part. So 4c plus 2d is equal to 20. Similarly, 3a plus 5b is equal to 11 and 3c plus 5d is equal to 29. So we have got 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 equation and 4 unknowns. Now you need to solve them. Just think how you're going to solve. If you see, these two can be combined, these two can be combined. So let's solve them together. So I'm going to now write this equation can be reduced. If you divide everything by 2, it becomes 2a plus b is equal to 5, and this equation, the one that you're combining it with, is 3a plus 5b is equal to 11. So we are going to use elimination. Let's eliminate variable b. So I multiply whole equation with 5. So what do you get? 5 2s are 10. A plus 5b is equal to 25. Now many of you must be thinking why I did that, why I multiplied with 5, and now you will know your answer when I am subtracting, and this khalas, and you're left with minus 7a is equal to 25 minus 11 you do, so that gives you negative 14. So my A is 2. I have got my A. Now from this equation, I'll be getting my B. So B is 5 minus 2A. So 5 minus 2 times 2. So 5 minus 4, which is 1. So we have got A and B using elimination from equation 1 and 3. Now let's do similarly elimination here. So I'm going to divide this whole equation by 2 and you get 2C plus D is 10 and 3c plus 5d is equal to 29. So again, this equation gets multiplied with 5 to give you 10c plus 5d is equal to 50. Now, again, we are going to do the same process of elimination. We'll subtract the equation. This will cancel. Negative 7d is equal to. Now we'll subtract with here 50 with 29. What we get is 21 with a negative sign. So c is 3. And now from this equation, you get d as 10 minus 2c. So 10 minus 2 times 3, 10 minus 6, which is 4. So you've got A, B, C, D, all of them. So now can I write the matrix? Yes. So the matrix A, B, C, D will be A, B, C, D. So A is 2, B is 1, C is 3, D is 4. So this is the matrix. Answer, challenge accepted, completed, and done. Let's do a very interesting question. We are going to write a 3 cross 3 matrix which is defined with elements in this form, and then we are going to find its determinant. It's a challenge question, important, nice question. Let's write the matrix A, which is 3 cross 3 with elements A, M, N as equal to this value. So it's a 3 cross 3 means 3 rows, 3 columns. So that means we are going to fill 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 elements. Let's see how we are filling. So if m plus n is even, the element is 0. Now this is A11. Maybe I'll write like this: A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, A33. This is for any girl who's still confused. The girls and students which have studied from me, they already know how I'm writing this. So this is the first row, first column, second row, first column, third row, first column, and so on. Similarly, this is first row, second column, first row, third column, and so on. So now M and N, these are representing your rows and columns. So here, okay, this is N and M given, not M and N. So we'll write N first followed by M. So N is representing row, M is representing column. Be careful. Okay, so when the sum is even, so sum is even where? In the diagonal for sure. And it is also even here, it is also even here. So all of these elements are 0. Okay, so let's write 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, and it is m plus n, the sum. So 1 plus 2, 3, 1 plus 2, 3, 2 plus 3, 5, and 3 plus 2, 5. So it is going to be this determinant. We have already found it now. Now we need to find its, this is the matrix. We need to find determinant. So this is the way we write determinant. So it will be a number, it will be a value, determinant of A. So we just change the square brackets to the bars. 0, 3, 0, 3, 0, 5, 0, 5, 0. Now all my students who've studied from me have watched my videos on matrices and determinants. They already know that this bracket, this determinant, when you are evaluating, you open it along the first row. So it will be 0 times, remove this row, remove this column, 0, 5, 0, 5, 0. Second column minus 3 times, remove the row, remove the column, 3, 0, 5, 0, plus 0 times, remove the row, remove the column, 3, 0, 0, 5. And if you simplify further, 0, 0, this is also 0. So everything is 0. So the determinant of such a matrix which is defined in this order is 0. So now I'm providing the answer key for page 52, questions 56 to 61. Please check your answers, and as you see, some of them are subjective, so they will not be coming in your exam. But since again you have requested me, I have made a video with the answer key. Do check your answers if you've tried them. So that's all for today's short session covering all your doubts and queries. I hope you found the video useful, and all my students and subscribers which had asked me for these questions have got their clarification, especially Amira, especially my subscriber. I'll tell you the name. I think the name was Salim Rak. He had requested me for these questions and few other names which I'm forgetting, but yes, this video was specially for you. And now you know why I had skipped few of the questions, because one thing was it was making the video very long. Second thing was that some of the questions may not be asked in your exam, so I didn't want you to spend that much time on that. Any which ways, some questions I've selected here in this video. I hope you found it useful, and if you did, give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to press the bell icon, and all the very best for your coming exams.